Hey you, my friend posted this prompt on Tumblr to have everyone send her a message about how their days went and had several questions. And I went through and answered all of them because I like wasting my time and decided that would make a funny video. Why have something private when it can be public and no one can hold it against you? Start off, I had a good day. Thank you for asking. I woke up in the morning and the house was at a nice 50 degrees, which is very cold because the thing about our thermostat is it always displays the most optimistic temperature. So the house was really like 40 degrees and everyone was cold. And I think it might have been my fault because I usually control the thermostat. So in the day, I usually have it up by 70 because that's where I can function as a human being comfortably without having 7 blankets on me. And at night, I turn it down because we're all in our beds and we don't really need the house to be heated to do things because we're sleeping. So yesterday, I kind of experimented and like put it a little bit lower. I put it to 60. And apparently, when the thermostat hits a certain temperature, the heater just decides to never kick on. So it didn't. I didn't really know it because I have an electric heater in my room because I treat myself like a princess. So after the house warmed up to a not insane temperature, I went out to my computer desk and I started writing, and I subscribe to this website that helps me write at least 750 words a day. It has a little ticker on there, and that is the least amount of writing I want to do. I want to at least write 750 words a day. And the site helps me. I think it's called something like 750 words a day. But that's the bare minimum amount of writing I want to do because I almost never write anything useful in 750 words. Like, I always write about just what comes to my mind, I write something else, I start another story, and I never write on the novel I'm supposed to be working on. So that's usually just my warm-up. And yesterday I happened to crank out a good 40 tweets for my next 2 weeks. And you might wonder how I can write tweets ahead of time. It's because my Twitter is fictional. A couple months ago, I was really bored with my Twitter, so I took a fictional version of me and had his car stall in the fog on the way to work and discovered that all the cars and people disappeared into the fog. And now he's been wandering around Cedar Rapids for months that has 0 people, where there's no electricity and no motorized vehicles and no people to talk to and no way to communicate other than to tweet out, and he's not even convinced anyone reads them. And it's the one thing that works on his bleeding phone that he doesn't know how to charge without electricity. It's fun. So I also worked yesterday, and I worked at 3:30 in the afternoon. And that is a text. Hey! I just got a phone message about my Twitter. Awesome. God, where was I in the script? My shift started at 3:30, and my brain is special in the way it categorizes times. It is hardwired to the fact that if I leave at the 30, I will make it to work on time at the o'clock. So, being that I worked at 3:30, I said to myself, I work at 3:30, and then I mentally planned along my day. And for some reason I kept thinking, at 3 o'clock, I could take a shower, and well before 3:30 when I have to leave for work. And at about 5 minutes to 3, I realized my error, that I can't leave for work at 3:30 and make it there at 3:30. I have to leave at 3. So I rushed off to work without a shower. But that's okay, because the cute girls weren't at work today. I got to see an old friend. She looks good. I look terrible, but hopefully she doesn't notice because shocking revelation. I don't know, how much are people shocked when they see a person? Do they really notice that they have terrible unkempt hair? I hope not, because I did not take a shower that day. Hopefully it looked okay. I took myself in the mirror and it looked terrible, but hopefully she didn't notice it that way. Hopefully there's a shimmer of new person that I hope to hide under. Don't actually look at me. Look at my shimmer. Look at the hands. Look at the hands and the sleeves. They are so very pretty. Look at them and not at my face. Next question is, why did I cry today? I didn't cry. I did today. I was sad today. And I was sad because of my mother. So the other day, I get a text. And it is just a random text from no one. Ember, if you would, and have call me as soon as possible. The second text was, hey, sorry, you don't know me, but I'm trying to get a hold of your mom. She's good friends with my mom, and my mom's in the hospital, so please forward her my number. And there were 0 details in that message, so I did not tell my mother. I instead let her say it was late at night, and my mother's a warrior, and if one of my mom's friends weren't in the hospital, then I would have just alarmed her for nothing. And they put no information in there. Like, what's my mother's name? What's your name? What's your mother's name? Where do you live? Why do you have to call me, who lives 3 states away, to get my mother's information? So I didn't tell my mother because I thought it was just a random phishing thing. And it turns out today my mother's friend died. And it's not all bad. My mother got to go in and see her, but no thanks to me. So that wasn't great. I'm still saying I'm feeling pretty good despite having failed as a son and decent human being. I'm okay. So that was my day. Feel free to tell me about yours. Anywhere. Just, there's things. There's Tumblr. There's Twitter. I can't promise I'll respond on Twitter because it's fiction, but there's comments. And that was my day in so many words. I'm not Childish Gambino.